so you guys know, they're gonna do a presentation for their recently passed certification of accreditation. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the program over to you, Dan.
Do we have to like vote to come in?
Hmm?
Do we have
Yeah,
to vote to come back?
We closed
We-
executive, oh, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta open up.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have a motion to go back into regular session?
So moved.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I may introduce to all of you, Director Delgado, who will be presenting the certificate.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. It is indeed my pleasure here tonight to recognize the police department for a fourth time. And why do I emphasize for a fourth time? It's because in our program, those agencies that have actually made it to 4 cycles in the accreditation, which shows a commitment to adherence to best practices both state and national, is less than 8% of all the agencies in the state of New Jersey. Now, mind you, this is a program that is the fastest growing program, accreditation program in the nation, in New Jersey. And so there's about, I was telling the chief, about 304 agencies in the state of New Jersey, but it shows its maturity. So agencies like yours have actually gone through this cycle 4 times. So you don't know anything other than accreditation, best practices, and so on and so forth. So if you indulge me for 2 minutes, I'd like to share with you the significance of the achievement. So the Bloomingdale Police Department has once again maintained a commitment to adhering to best practices at the state and national level in a highly regarded statewide law enforcement accreditation program. This program, administered through the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission, has helped to transparently demonstrate the professionalism and preparedness of state's law enforcement agencies. This program is purposefully designed to enhance professionalism and transparency in the state's public safety system. During these uniquely challenging times and the threat to health and safety, encouraging the law enforcement agencies to follow standardized practices and policies is potentially a life-saving and cost-effective investment of time and resources. Accreditation gives an agency a preparedness plan and verification of excellence. Accreditation status represents a significant professional achievement in the Bloomingdale Police Department. It has become part of the culture. It's what you know. It's what guides you. It's what drives them in the way to deliver police services. So accreditation is a process. It's a foundation. The foundation lies in the adoption of 112 standards in the state of New Jersey, many of which require multiple rules of compliance. So it's quite a rigorous process. It's a progressive and time-proven way of helping law enforcement agencies calculate and improve their overall performances. It's the certification by an independent reviewing authority that the accredited agency was carefully measured against an established set of state and national standards and has met, and in the case of the Bloomingdale Police Department, in many instances, exceeded practices in the field of law enforcement current practices. So accreditation provides an objective evidence of an agency's commitment to excellence in leadership, resource management, and service delivery. Accreditation embodies community-oriented policing. It creates a forum in which police and citizens work together to address common problems. As a former command officer, I can tell you that we always thought we knew what the community wanted until we asked, and so accreditation is one of those philosophies that actually helps us focus our attention in the way we deliver services that are needed and required and requested by the community. And government officials can be more confident in the agency's ability to operate efficiently and meet community needs. Certainly, officers in accredited agencies can take pride that they have been objectively measured against a set of standards, national standards, state and national standards. In closing, I'd just simply like to paraphrase something that comes out of a report that is generated out of the final on-site assessment, which is when we come visit you and we make sure that every proof of compliance is demonstrated. So under the leadership of former Chief Burrell and now Chief Daniel Greenwood, the Bloomingdale Police Department demonstrates a high level of competence, leadership, and professionalism. This agency has very qualified and motivated officers and a proud tradition of being physically fit police department, and one that takes pride in the mental and physical benefits of wellness. That's incredible. That's remarkable. So it is the opinion of the assessment team that the Bloomingdale Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all the tenets of law enforcement accreditation at the state and national level. So it is indeed my honor here tonight to present them with their certificate. On behalf of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission, and I personally am here to congratulate Chief Daniel Greenwood, the accreditation manager, retired Captain Raymond Mueller, the members of the Bloomingdale Police Department, the mayor, the council, and those citizens that they so proudly serve for having achieved their 4th cycle to accreditation joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have made this commitment to excellence in policing. So you all deserve congratulations. So congratulations on presenting. Typically, this is where people clap for their police.
Yes. John, take some pictures, John?
Thank you. We are immensely proud to be in charge of your agency, and I want to thank you for your support throughout this process, so thank you so much. And Cap, I want to recognize you too for all the effort you put in, all the effort you put in to make this possible, to ensure that we adhere to all the standards set forth. So we thank you so much. We'll be right with you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you for coming. Don't worry about us.
We get with you guys?
That's true. Great.
All right, John?
John, you want to get one more?
Oh, yeah, when we get them.
Oh, no.
You guys go down. I'll take a picture.
Yeah, okay.
Here.
We all take one together?
Mayor first. We'll take
Let's all take a picture. Let's do it. I'm proud of these guys. Let's do this.
You gotta get.
Sorry, I know you shoes.
I know. Yes. See, all right. We'll be like way on the side. Nobody sees me.
Back to our regular meeting. We do have two non-agenda items tonight. One is to certify or authorize treatment work by TWA application for Glenmore Lake Association for, I think this is septic alterations. The second one will be a resolution to hire H2M Associates, Inc. to provide professional engineering service for the borough. And this has to do with our water facilities. It's something we should have been doing. I think it's in the amount of 8,500, Mike? Right, around there.
Yep.
This is something that's mandatory, and the money has been certified. So those are two non-agenda items. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to open up early public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Seeing no one? Motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reported committees. Start with you, Dawn.
Well, Ray first.
No, not this time, Mayor.
Oh, okay.
I know that, so that's why I don't
Let's see, so we have, coming up for public events, we have the Sloan Park Festival, that's gonna be September 8th. September 8th, I'm sorry, that's 5 to 9 is what we have on public events. Is that changed? It's 5 to 9?
Start time hasn't changed, right? The band time, I think, changed. The
Okay.
Sloan Park event?
Yeah, they usually stop at a little after 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we moved the time.
5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah, we moved the time up a little bit.
Okay. I guess Amy will have to change that. Then. Yeah. Then September 11th, we have the 9/11 candlelight ceremony and walk. That's 7 p.m. starts at Sloan Park. And September 23rd, the Bloomingdale Celebration Day and the Bob Kochka 5K, which signups are still, John will talk about that. And I also did want to bring one thing up, and that is that I'm sure a lot of people know that I lived in Hawaii for 7 years. it's still very dear to my heart, and, you know, they really had a tragedy. If you have any questions or you'd like to donate to the fund, there's many, American Red Cross being one of the large ones, but you can visit any of the websites and they'll tell you who you can donate to. But I really, my thoughts and prayers go out to those people because it's absolutely tragic. And I think we've only seen the beginning. As of right now, they've only really surveyed about 25% of, you know, the properties there. And I think unfortunately they're gonna have, you know, more deaths. And it's a real tragedy. So my thoughts and prayers to them.
Okay. I agree.
So I want to say thank you. We had cookies with community leaders over at Magpie Bakery on Sunday. So I know the mayor was there, Councilman Yazdi. Great turnout from the police department and fire department, as always. And it was a good event. I think it was well attended. It was very well received. And another effort by the Economic Development Commission to get people within our stores and to get to meet some of the leaders within our community. So, so well done by everybody there, and thank you for attending.
Rich, anything?
No.
Dominic?
It's worth mentioning, at least for your guys' knowledge, because it may come up in the future, but the Environmental Commission has been communicating effectively, making a push to try and ask the council to put forth a resolution that would prohibit the use of like ground spraying chemicals, and instead to take on and use mowing and trimming and cutting for handling vegetation growth throughout the town. I think it's worth forwarding along to you for your guys' consideration, reading and understanding. Don't know whether it's appropriate yet or formalized, but they have shown a sincere interest in it. And for the first time since I've been involved, seen it all kind of come together and push towards a common effort.
Okay. Mike?
There's a couple of projects going on in town. Orchard Street, they started the utility portion of that project. They are done with the sewer main, and 11 laterals are complete. They're starting the water main tomorrow. And once the water main's in, they'll go back and they'll finish the remaining laterals to the houses on the sewer side. Tennis courts, I'm being told that the surface, we start tomorrow. They'll start putting the surface on tomorrow. So hopefully by the end of the weekend, that is complete. Hilltop, curbs and sidewalks have started. They're about halfway up the right-hand side. They're about 4 weeks plus or minus to a finish date there. So hopefully before the fall. I don't know if you mentioned it, Dawn, but tomorrow night there is a concert in the park that the rec is sponsoring. It's the Bloomingdale Cornet Band. That's between 7 and 9 in Sloan Park.
The jazz band.
The jazz band, yeah. Portion of the cornet band, yes.
Yes.
And then I'm looking, I talked to the GovOps committee about the potential of hiring, or actually going out and soliciting resumes for a driver and equipment operator at the DPW, because equipment operator, we promoted one up to a foreman, so we need for the contract to have a equipment operator there. And a driver for the sweeper, we need a driver. It's gonna cost us about $1,200 for the remainder of this year. It's not a big increase, but the three of them did say yes on that, so I was looking to post something and hopefully come back early September with whoever they present, whoever in the DPW steps up and wants those promotions after they solicit. And that's it.
Mike, as far as the tennis courts, pickleball, all that, when, like you said, the surface is going tomorrow, but then.
I'll find out when we can get on it.
Yeah,
Uh,
when can people get on?
That I'll have to find out once I don't know the answer
I
to
want
that.
to talk about that. I was going to bring it up after you got done.
Okay.
I do not want to open those courts until we have a plan in place that we can put times on people using it, because it should remain locked. Otherwise, you're going to have skateboard, bicycles, and it's going to get destroyed. So we have to come up with a concrete plan on how we're going to put that out there. I know Rec wants to do a pickleball league. There's going to be a total of 4 pickleball courts on there, the way it's going to be mapped out. We're buying temporary netting, right, for pickleball only, so they'll be in there. So we can't leave this wide open or it's gonna get damaged. But I
I'll
know,
have a ribbon cutting too. I would do
now,
a
I
grand
wanna do a
opening.
ribbon cutting and when
Yeah,
we
that would
open
be
it
good.
and go up there and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we can't just say, okay, it's open.
Didn't we discuss, Mike or John, that rec, what program were we talking about? Where you can do the scheduling?
They purchased that. We're in the process of, that doesn't go into full effect. Is it 2 months? Yeah, I think we're about 2 months away from that going on, because it's more than just the program. They have to work on the finance side of it also. And the finance doesn't run through CityNet, it runs through some other platform they have,
Okay.
to be able to pay with credit cards and stuff. So once they get all that figured out, then have the program, we'll be able to do field usage and all of that stuff, and the time slots in there as well.
Okay.
We just have to decide, the rec commission will decide, is it gonna be a hard key, how are they gonna, like in the past, when we had tennis courts way back when, you'd come down to dispatch and get a hard key, go up, open it up, you bring the key back when you get done.
Of course, that might be how we have to start it, but we do have a Wi-Fi operating up there now, because we put our own modem in up there. I have to see if, or Frank can see if it reaches the tennis courts, because then it could be on a keypad. And you would have
So,
a code.
here would be my question, and this is just food for thought. Is there any way that so when you sign up, like, let's say they use the program and you sign up and you get an exclusive code, you know now, realtors, the key, remember the old lock, you know?
Mhm.
Now that's all by Wi-Fi. So they just go on their phone and they go blah, 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 and it like automatically unlocks it through their phone. So I'm wondering if maybe it's something we can look into, that when people sign up, maybe they get like a little code and it can go by Wi-Fi, and then they get there, they put the code in.
Yeah.
It's just, there's gotta be
So you know
something,
who's
there's
using
gotta
it.
be something out in the world
Yeah,
that,
it's my thought
I'm sure
process,
there
we
is.
all have a card, at least I do, that opens through the buttons over. You either get your number, whatever it is, or you have a card. We might be able to sell a membership to their low cost, that you come in and get your card, and then you can access by swiping it, then you'll know who's coming and going in there, and then you won't have, if there's damage, you know who was there. But we have to come up with some type of plan. In the meantime, if it's gonna be open in whatever it is, in a week, 2 weeks, we need to have some way of temporarily letting people use it, because there's no sense.
Now,
Yeah,
the-
I like the idea of like, what Dawn's saying here, because if it's like a regenerating code, not something that somebody has to manually give every time you sign up,
Mhm.
then that's a nice, easy solution, because, okay, for this hour, this is the code. And then it's more open too, because if you have to do the card, right, then maybe not everyone knows about it.
I don't disagree, we have to come up with something. I don't know if that will work, I don't know, a lot of seniors play tennis, and now pickleball is a huge senior event.
Yeah, yeah.
But some seniors just are not capable of doing this.
So in the short term, what we're proposing though is that we can either look into the Wi-Fi since we have the modem, and use a physical key, and probably the bigger challenge though is actually scheduling time slots for people to use it.
That's the biggest challenge.
Because the bottom line is, once someone's in the court, then it's gonna be unlocked, whoever is following or trying to get in as well, right? You're not gonna lock the door behind you that
Well, that's-
frequently.
that's
So
actually my-
it's space usage, I think, that's gonna be the greater challenge, because once someone's on the court, how do you maintain getting them off the court if you've signed up for the hour time slot afterwards? It's gonna be,
Years ago, it worked fine.
Self-regulating.
It worked fine. You know, you come down, I sign up for an hour, you know it's an hour, somebody's behind me. You'll see the sign, Chief Fletcher used to run it out of here, because he was a tennis player. But in the meanwhile, we have to come up with something until we get the electronic version of it all squared away.
okay.
But I want it open sooner than later, because if we're gonna do a ribbon open and then locking it, it just makes no sense.
So-
And especially like the night of the fireworks, you want that locked, because nobody can be in there because you're not allowed to be that close.
So John, question, when they designed the fence, is the fence like an auto-close fence? Is that something we
No,
should make?
it's a regular gate right now.
Can we at least do it with a spring, so it's spring shut? Because that would be an issue that I would think is gonna come up, because the old one, you just opened it
And it
and then
stayed
you
open.
had to actually close it. Maybe you can ask the manufacturer if they can at least put a spring in it, so it spring closes.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, we'll figure it out.
And it's Green Acre money, so it's open to the entire state.
Technically, You're right.
Yeah,
You can't stop that, but we've never had an issue with that.
yeah.
All right, so I wouldn't even worry about people coming from other towns to use it, because most
Yeah.
other towns have their own courts, especially our surrounding towns, they got courts all over the place.
Now, if we
Except for
put up the
volleyball.
nets for pickleball, can someone come in and want to use it for tennis? And
They
who's
just
gonna
roll away.
Oh, they roll away.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're temporaries on wheels, and when you're not using it, you push it to the side, and then it's full tennis.
Got it,
Tennis is permanent.
Tennis
Pickleball
net is
are-
permanent, yeah.
got
Which
it.
can be adjusted for pickleball, but if we did stuck to that, it'd only be four people playing, or
Right.
8 people playing. Now we can have 4 games going at once.
No, that's great.
Which
Yeah,
is nice.
yeah,
I think,
And you're gonna see more of that than you are tennis, I think.
yeah.
I think we are gonna have people
Yeah.
though, because we had a lady, I did see something on social media, a lady from Butler had asked, and they said, you know, you can come to Bloomingdale. That's why I think we're going to have
Yeah.
people from the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, her answer was, somebody answered her and they said, just go to Glenmont Lake. I was like, you know, good luck. But I think we are gonna get, which is kinda nice, because maybe we can get Triborough.
Yeah, well, if we
You
do,
know,
it-
teams.
if it becomes a rec program, we open up our rec programs to Butler anyway. So
Yeah.
if they go through there and they wanna get into a pickleball league, which is actually really nice,
Yeah.
it'll work out well. All right? Mike, anything else?
Nope.
Maybe one more comment, Mayor.
You're done, we went past you.
On yesterday's event, I just compliment the borough, Mike, yourself. They held a really nice event in memory of Elias and the young boy in our town
Yeah,
yesterday.
so talk about that.
Yes, dedicating the gazebo at our Bogue Pond playgrounds, which we know are gonna be going through a large rebuild over the course of the next year. That's correct, Mike? But the gazebo will remain permanent, and I think it was meaningful to the family. They talked about that spot, and Councilman Graziano was there as well, and our police force, and it was a very positive event, so I just think it was worth pointing out that has been dedicated now to his memory.
And then the Martha Day School playground that they just put in, they did a park bench and, with his name on it, which was really nice. And, his teacher from last year could not be there, but she did a video. And they put it up on the big screen TV, and she spoke to everybody from the heart, and it was really touching.
Mm.
But, there was 2 events, last Thursday and yesterday, it went over real well. And then the Lewis family they had pizza brought in from Brooklyn.
Delicious.
It was really good for everybody that showed, and they fed everybody, so it was
That's pretty
nice.
cool.
And they have a great support, their family's huge, and the people that came for there, which was really nice, so appreciative. Bob Koska 5K is obviously on the 23rd, signups are going. If you know anybody who wants to sponsor, they can contact me directly. There is a 5K run in Riverdale that same day. They've been doing it for the past 4 years at 9 o'clock in the morning, but that doesn't really interrupt with us. But that should be a good event.
John, are people signing up? Because I tried to sign up online, and it wouldn't take my money, so if you've seen any issues.
Usually if it doesn't, I get an email, because you can email me, but I went through the whole process,
It worked?
and it worked fine.
Yeah, I had no issue.
Yeah, he
signing
signed up.
I'm-
If
I'm
you have a
just-
problem, you gotta
I'm
tell me, because then
signed
I
up.
gotta look and see what the problem is.
Okay, I'll try it again. It's probably user error.
I think I did it through a secondary site called Run Sign Up.
Run sign up, you gotta go
Run
through.
Sign Up.
Yeah,
Go with
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because our website will take you directly there. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I've always signed up.
Yeah.
It's gone through. This
Yeah.
year I had a tough time.
okay, but you have
It's probably
problems, let me
user
know,
error.
I'll definitely look at it, because I look at it every day, probably 4 or 5 times a day.
Gotcha, okay.
So-
But the numbers are going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's pretty cool. It gives you the history
yeah,
over the last whatever number of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, here we go. Okay, it's just, I got it.
Okay.
All right, there is, I don't know if anybody wants to join me, I'm gonna try and make it Thursday. There's an ice cream social that, the police department, fire department, and myself got invited to at the healthcare center. And I think that was, Mike, that fire's 1 o'clock, I believe. So if anybody wants to join me, I'm going to try and make arrangements to be there at 1 o'clock, this Thursday, the 17th. It's there for about an hour, and you get to see the residents, and it's a nice little thing they do in the back, if it's a nice day, they're outside.
Actually, person. Hi. Are you done? Can I add something?
Absolutely.
I know you guys all got emails already, but the rec department is doing the Broadway trip to see Wicked.
Oh, wicked.
Right now, we have about 30 tickets sold in the past 3 weeks or so. We're hoping to boost that a little bit in the next week and a half, just so we can get that all sorted and ready to go. But it is open to out of town as well, so I think that a lot of people were quite confused whether or not they can bring people from out of town, and they can. People from out of town can buy it without having a Bloomingdale resident with them at this point, because it was open to Bloomingdale residents first before it was released to the general public, but feel free to share that information around.
And Amy, it was 50, right, total? that
50
you have
tickets total,
spots?
yeah, so we've about 20 tickets left.
So you got 20 left, so they're running, okay.
Yeah, bus leaves from here, lets off right in front of the theater or around the corner, and the same thing picks up either in front or around the corner and drops off back here, so really easy.
I haven't tried this one, but is it sign up online or just come to you?
It is, it's right on the website, I think you go under, I think it's listed as, there's two options. The flyer itself has a QR code, so if you turn on your phone app on your phone and just show it in front of it, it'll actually offer a link, and it'll take you directly to that page.
I did it, it works.
And then,
Okay.
if not, what you can do is you go to the website, on the main page, will have the option for like recreation payments or something. If you click on that, that'll take you and it'll be listed on there as well.
Awesome, thank you.
Anything else? Okay. Item 11, resolution number 2023 8.1, the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
You got that? You got it, Steve? Okay. Any questions before? Roll call, please.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Okay. Pending items, second final reading, public hearing, ordinance number 35-2023, authorized convenience of snowplow. Public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News, and copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that it be read by title.
Can I have a motion to read by title?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, authorizing the conveyance of the borough's one snowplow to the Borough of Oakland for a total consideration of $5,000.
Okay. Can I have a motion to open up public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Ms. Del Ripa, Catalano?
No, I know.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any questions?
Just give each half credit.
Motion for adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Hudson Yazdi. Roll call.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Second final reading and public hearing, ordinance number 36-2023, amend chapter 15, property maintenance, lead-based paint inspections for rental properties. Public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News, and copies were made available to the public so that a motion may be made that be read by title.
Can I have a motion to read by title?
So moved.
Second.
Hudson Yazdi. All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending the Borough Code to establish regulations for state-mandated lead-based paint testing for rental properties.
Do you have a motion about public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor, just wanted to say, regarding this ordinance, this is required by the state. It's a model ordinance, been adopted by many towns already to date, and there will be some consideration, I believe, that to determine who we're going to be hiring, whether we're going to be doing it in-house or through a shared services agreement, that'll be made, I believe.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Public hearing, seeing no one, can I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion for adoption.
So moved.
Second?
Hudson, Del Ripa. Roll call, please.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Okay, new business. Adoption of resolution 2023 8.16, payment of the bills. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Hudson, Del Ripa. Any questions?
Yazdi?
That's what I said. Cosby, Del Ripa. Any questions? Roll call.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Adoption of resolution number 2023 8.17, appointment of Lieutenant Daniel Greenwood as officer in charge of the Bloomingdale Police Department. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That was definitely Hudson Yazi. I just think this is great. Our future chief is going to be running the department, and I think it's outstanding. Okay, roll call.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Okay. Adoption of resolution number 2023 8.18, award a contract to Mike Fitzpatrick Contractors for DPW salt shed. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
Ooh, Del Ripa Hudson. Okay. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Okay. Adoption of resolution 2023 8.19, authorize amendment to RER contract. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Graziano, Della Ripa. Any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Delariva?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Okay. These are two non-agenda items. Resolution number 2023 8.20, authorizing treatment works approval for TW application for Glenmore Lake Association from Peter Tabak of Bloomingdale to submit treatment works approval application for the Department of Environmental Protection. Do I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Graziano, Catalano. Any questions? Roll call.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Recuse.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Delariva?
Recused?
We're good, right?
Is that enough?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a majority, yeah.
Yeah, just want to make sure. Okay. Resolution number 2023 8.21, resolution to authorize and award professional service contract to H2M Associates, Inc. to provide professional engineering service for the Borough of Bloomingdale, and this is the one we talked about, order for our water infrastructure system. This is a mandatory thing. So do I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah. How often do we have to do this?
Came up in 2018 and somehow got lost.
No, I'm saying, do we have to do this once every 5 years, once every 10 years?
Don't know the answer to that.
Could you find out?
Yeah.
Thanks.
We just had to have this done by a certain date, and for whatever reason, and our water person that used to be our licensed water handler,
We're not the only town. I
Retired.
talked to Butler, CBA, and he said there's other towns that also somehow got lost in transition.
so they've been doing it.
They did it back in 2018 when they were supposed to do it
So it was a one-time thing for them.
for them, yeah.
So it sounds like it's a one-time thing. Okay?
Yeah, it has a resolution plan, so you'd think that would last for a while.
You would think, but, never know.
Usually you got the resolution here from here. Okay, roll call, please.
Hudson,
Yes.
Yasti,
Yes.
Catalano,
Yes.
Delariva,
Yes?
Graziano.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We have a motion to open late public comment.
So moved.
Second.
Ooh, that was a lot. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
All in
Second.
favor?
Whoever.
You got that?
I'm gonna be on the next.
There is no more to that.
Aye.
Oh, motion to close.
I told you.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, we do not have a late executive session to a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And no one's gonna second it, we'll just say.
Second.
And now we gotta stay here. All right, all in favor?
Yes.
Okay, our next meeting is September 5th at 7 PM.